Hey, what's cooking, Jay?
Hello everyone, welcome back to Gunther's Kitchen. Today we're making lamb shanks, the old traditional way with red wine, beef stock, vegetables, just absolutely delicious. It's a secondary cut, so they're cheaper than lamb. Lamb in Australia has gone through the roof. It's very expensive. So I just bought some lamb shanks. So the lamb shanks, what you do, you get them like this. Just cut the ends in a bit like this. Yeah. So when it cooks, it will expose the bone nicely and it looks much more attractive on the plate. Okay, so what do you need? You need some spices. I've got rosemary, thyme and bay leaf already in our Dutch oven. That's why we put it in the oven. We've got 3 sticks of celery. We've got 1 onion, 3 carrots, 3 garlic cloves, tomato paste, beef stock, nice red wine. We have got some flour. Flour we dust the lamb shanks in before we fry it, and salt and pepper. And that's about it. And then we put it in the oven and we let it cook for an hour and a half or so until they're nice and tender. All right, let's start. Okay, so we have turned our frying pan on, so it heats up slowly. Now in the meantime, we just put salt and pepper on our lamb shanks on both sides. We're adding vegetable oil, quite a nice amount, and to make sure we turn up the frying pan. It's already very hot, so turn the fan on. So now what we do is we dust our lamb shanks in some flour. So that gives a color, and also it will thicken the sauce a little. Now we have got some color on one side. Now we turn it. Nice golden brown, and we would like it like that on both sides. In the meantime, I'm cutting our veggies. I've already cut the onions. Now the garlic we only chop roughly because we're going to strain the sauce. So all we want is the flavor out of the garlic. We're cutting our celery. Also, don't worry about cutting it too fine or 100%. We're cutting it more or less like a mirepoix, which is in squares. It all goes together in here in the bowl. And last not least, we're cutting our carrots, same size as the celery. So if you cut it the same size, it cooks the same time. As you can see, the lamb shanks are done. They are nice and brown on both sides. So now we take them out and we put them in our Dutch oven. I hope they're all fit. And we do the same thing again. Okay, and that will do. So now we take them out, put them in our Dutch oven. And then we're adding our vegetables, onion and garlic. Take a wooden spoon and keep stirring it through. We're just roasting that through for a few minutes. And I like to add about 20 grams of butter. The butter is there to give it extra flavor, but also we're going to dust the vegetables a little bit with flour so we don't have to thicken the sauce at the end. Okay? Okay, so the vegetables getting some color, as you can see, especially onions and the garlic. So now we're adding 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. And we're roasting that through. It's always important the tomato paste to roast through. So sometimes the tomato paste has got some bitterness to it, and the roasting will get rid of that. So we're roasting that through for about 5 minutes. Okay, so as you can see, it's still it's nothing stuck on the bottom. Yeah, it's just beautiful, and the tomato paste has turned from reddish to a little bit brown. So now we're adding some of our flour. Don't need much flour, about a tablespoon. And we're roasting that through. That will give us the thickness in the sauce. I don't like to thicken the sauce at the end because it makes it really shiny if you use corn flour or something. And if you use just plain flour, like an flour wash, you always get that flour taste to it. So this is a much better way to do it. So now this has been incorporated. Now we're adding about a cupful of red wine. And this is some very nice red wine. It's from Aldi, but it's really nice. It's a Bordeaux, and it's quite the right thing for this sauce. Okay, so now, and then we're adding our crushed tomatoes. A bit of water. Just let that all come to the boil. And then we're adding it into our Dutch oven to the lamb shanks. And we are topping it up with our beef stock. Okay, so now let's put it into our Dutch oven. I've taken 2 of the lamb shanks out, so it's easier to put in. And then we put the lamb shanks on top. And put our lamb shanks on top, like that. And that's it. And then we're topping it up with our beef stock. So now we put our lid on, just fits, and it goes in the oven, as I said, 180 degrees. So the lamb shanks have been in actually 2.5 hours. I checked them 1.5 hours, but they were nowhere near cooked. So 2.5 hours, let's take them out. Here we go. Just be careful when you undo it, so you don't burn yourself. Oh, they look nice. So now what we do is we take the lamb shanks out. Nice. And then we're going to strain our sauce. Just put the sauce into a sieve and we strain it all. And then we're going to finish it with red wine and butter. So now we have strained the sauce, as you can see. Now we're adding 50 grams of butter and we're adding about a half a cup of red wine. And bring this to the boil and then we serve it up. So the sauce has come to the boil. As you can see, it's just beautiful, silky. Now let's try if that's got enough salt and enough pepper on it. Oh, yum. It's got a nice richness and red wine flavor to it. So now let's plate up. I have made some mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes you find on our videos. So it's the one which is the stress-free version. So you can just, as always, put the potatoes in the microwave, put it in the machine, add butter and cream, salt and nutmeg, and you're done. We like to use our machinery. That's what we bought it for. And it's stress-free cooking. You will enjoy your cooking. So now we just put our, look at the lamb shanks, it's falling apart. Now we put the lamb shanks on like that. We'll just let the sauce, look at the consistency of the sauce. How nice, it gives it a beautiful sheen. Beautiful sheen because of the butter and have a go. Try it and I'm sure you'll love it. Lamb shanks used to be the cheap offcuts of the lamb, but now it's the tasty one. slow cooking at its best. So please follow, subscribe, and leave us a comment. If you've got any suggestions, maybe you make the lamb shank with Guinness or any other way, just let me know. All right, so see you soon at Gunther's Kitchen on YouTube. Bye for now.